Once we pass the distal end of the radius and ulna, we are into the anatomical structure known as the hand. The hand is comprised of the wrist bones, known as the carpal bones, the bones in the palm of the hand, the metacarpals, and then the bones that make up the individual phalanges. Each bone there is known as a phalanx. Now I want to discuss the bones in the hand. Although you don't need to know the left and right for the individual bones in the hand, in some of our classes we do require that you know the names of the 8 carpal bones and the various other metacarpals and phalanges. When dealing with the hand or the foot, we know that we have 5 digits. In the hand, the thumb, or the pollex, is digit 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the little finger is known as the digiti minimi. In some anatomy texts, some older anatomy texts, it is referred to as the digiti quinti, which would imply the 5th digit. The same goes for the bones of the foot. The big toe, or the pollex, is digit 1, and then we go across to the little toe, which would be the 5th digit. If we look at the wrist, and I have here a articulated right hand, there are 8 carpal bones in the wrist, and we can view them as 2 rows of 4. A proximal row of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a distal row of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting proximally and heading from lateral to medial, so from underneath the thumb over to the little finger, we have the scaphoid, the lunate, the triquetrum, and the pisiform. Then we go back to the thumb, the next row, the trapezium, the trapezoid, the capitate, and the hamate. Now there are some mnemonics that you can use to remember those, but if you just take your time, it's not really that difficult. Starting under the thumb in the proximal row, we have scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum. Tri means 3, and it was the 3rd bone we have named, so that should help you. Scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum, pisiform. Then we go back over trapezium, trapezoid. Trapezium and trapezoid. They're in alphabetical order. You have to go to the 7th letter to distinguish alphabetical order, so there's an easier way. The trapezium is the bone that's under the thumb. So it rhymes. The trapezium is under the thumb. If you try to say that trapezoid is under the thumb, well, that doesn't rhyme very well. So just put them in alphabetical order, or your little rhyme. Trapezium is under the thumb, then the next one is the trapezoid, then the capitate, and last but not least, the hamate. And the hamate has a little hook that sticks out towards you. If I hold it this way, you may be able to see that little hook. So if you get to the hamate, which starts with an H, there should be a hook on that hamate bone, or you've learned your bones incorrectly, or you're looking at a posterior view. Much easier to label these bones from an anterior view. So there are 8 carpal bones in the wrist. Then there are 5 metacarpal bones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which make up what you may call the palm of the hand. Then we go out into the individual digits, the individual phalanx, digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The thumb only has 2 bones out in the digit, a proximal and a distal phalanx. Digits 2, 3, 4, and 5 each have 3 bones, a proximal, a middle, and a distal phalanx. Proximal, the middle, and distal phalanx. So if we do the math, there are 8 carpal bones. There are 5 metacarpal bones. 4 digits each have 3 individual phalanx. The thumb only has 2. So we end up with 27 bones in the hand.